Today, it is our great joy to continue a White House holiday tradition, a celebration of performers who have transformed the arts in America, our extraordinary Kennedy Center Honorees.
Today, we're going to have a ceremony at the White House to honor 5 great American performing artists: Dave Brubeck, Grace Bumbry, Robert DeNiro, Mel Brooks, and Bruce Springsteen.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States and Mrs. Michelle Obama.
Now, these performers are indeed the best. They are also living reminders of a simple truth. The arts are not somehow apart from our national life. The arts are at the heart of our national life.
This is over the top. This is the biggest.
It sort of reaffirms what it was I have been doing all these years.
This is great. I mean, it's, I guess, in some ways, an ultimate award.
Well, it feels pretty good. So far, I've gotten a free meal last night. President Roosevelt waved at me when I was 4 years old on his way across the Williamsburg Bridge in Brooklyn, and I haven't seen a president since.
For this, he is one of the few people ever to receive an Emmy and a Grammy and an Oscar and a Tony. Writer, director, actor, producer, composer, for his success and for his psychoanalysis. We honor Mel Brooks.
I don't know if he remembers it, but he was at Punahou School in Honolulu, and my sons and I were playing with the Honolulu Symphony, and Obama's father brought him, he must have been 10 or 11, to our concert.
And I know personally how powerful his performances can be. In the few weeks that I spent with my father as a child, one of the things he did was to take me to my first jazz concert in Honolulu, Hawaii in 1971, and it was a Dave Brubeck concert. And I've been a jazz fan ever since.
I was here with John Kennedy and with Reagan, Ronald Reagan, President Carter, Bush father, and now this is the crowning. The stone in the crown is with our president now.
After nearly 50 years, she remains the definition of a diva in the classical sense, a divine voice worthy of the heavens. And tonight, we honor Grace Bumbry. It's no wonder that his tours are not so much concerts, but communions. Bruce was a great friend over the last year, and when I watched him on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial, when he rocked the National Mall before my inauguration, I thought it captured, as well as anything, the spirit of what America should be about. On a day like that, and today I remember, I'm the president, but he's the boss. So,
Cinema and American culture, film is very much a part of not only American culture, but world culture. It's a way of people connecting and seeing that other people in other parts of the world are no different than you are. They just have other ways of doing things maybe, but at the end of the day, the bottom line is people are the same. And I'm happy to be part of that.
There is his legendary method, not simply portraying characters, but becoming them emotionally and physically. It's perhaps the great irony of his life. One of America's greatest cinematic actors is a man famously of few words off the screen, and I can attest to this. Dave Brubeck, Mel Brooks, Grace Bumbry, Robert DeNiro, Bruce Springsteen. Their stories are their own, but the part that they play in the larger American story, that's what we honor here tonight.